Get rid of that. Okay. So, last time in History Shadows, after having fallen asleep by some magical effect put on Reginald, Nithir and Fizz retreated towards the tavern in hopes of awaiting RJ's recovery. A number of hours passed as the night fell, and Nith and Fizz went around trying to figure out how to awake him. In the end, Nith enacted her ability to enter dreams, and in this dream she spoke with RJ and learned of potential ways of waking him. Upon exiting the dream, and a quick poke of the rope dart later, RJ was awake, where he still found himself unrested and disoriented, leading only to another further night's rest. Upon awakening, Taween had wandered back into town after getting wrapped up in a hunt with Noth, and decided to check in with the group in Balin, discovering that they had found an underground catacomb possibly related to that which they seek. He joined the group to protect them, but not after shopping a bit for various goods alongside them, losing a potential bet to Noth. Fizz, having sold tickets to the local general store manager Nayla, awoke the following morning and joined the group. Together, they found themselves once again at the massive cemetery in the middle of Balin, this multiple-acre-wide stretch of land covered with hundreds of tombstones, many of which are covered with moss and age, centered only by this massive 15-foot obelisk. With a show of lights and magic, Fizz began to entertain a crowd consisting of Nayla, her husband, and some other man. The display seemed to frighten Nayla, but embolden her husband Matthias, who boldly went forth into the catacombs alongside the group, in hopes of protecting his town against any unknown dangers that may lurk within. Matthias's bravery was certainly not taken for granted, for during the first sign of danger, a group of skull spiders challenged him and the group, where he rose to the occasion, bravely charging forth in an attempt to protect those he loved in the town above. Unfortunately, however, the poison of the spider's bite was too deadly, and Matthias perished, foaming at the mouth, in the arms of Reginald's medical care. Taking it quite harshly, Reginald urged the group to return to the surface with Matthias's body once the immediate dangers were dispatched of, and went straight to the caravan to drink his self-perceived failures away. It was during this second night that Nithirn again reached out through the dreamscape towards Frederick Icaraz the Wondrous, not only as a means of greeting, but also as an urging to do the right thing, to understand that the choices he made have possibly affected the people around him, and that responsibility of such action may also fall upon his shoulders and conscience. Upon awakening, refreshed and invigorated, Fizz went first to Reginald to confront him on his actions, possibly seeking guidance, perhaps seeking confirmation. Fizz was left with a sense of potential wrongdoing, despite his adamant stance on the nature of one's personal choices given their circumstance. In his guilt, and urged by RJ, he ventured toward the general store after further prodding from Nith for payment of his transgressions. In the end, he wound up giving a half-hearted apology along with some monetary compensation in an attempt to sway Nayla's loss. Fizz, having taken a first step towards that which he has never pursued, leads him in his future actions. It is here we rejoin our group of strange bedfellows to see how the actions of those around them, along with their own, will guide their pursuits forward and reshape the realm around them.
So at what point in time are we?
It is maybe just a few minutes after Nithir and Fizz have returned from the general store, and
So early in
Fizz,
the day.
yeah, it's still early in the day, and Fizz, kind of beset with his feelings, wanders back into the tavern itself.
Okay. I'll head back into where RJ's at.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They had a... She does W.
when I, well, so,
Yeah. I'm sorry, F. She did an F, not a W. F.
F?
Yeah. For,
It's like whiz, or W is
like this. You probably know this. Let's see. It's. All right. I guess it's.
Right, give me an hour and I'll be ready to leave. To
Okay. She'll stand there and wait.
Taween,
Just step outside and watch.
Taween, what are you getting up to this morning?
I'm guessing. I think he would know that they're going to try to do that again. Yeah.
Probably.
So he would be doing his when he first wakes up, he kind of does his normal routine of checking the perimeter of him and Narth's little camp going on. As he gets some, he doesn't know exactly how long they're going to be like in these catacombs or the graveyard thing. So he's probably getting some food ready, getting some jerky and whatnot that the two of them had cooked together.
And as you do get ready this morning, you are met with rain. A chilly rain.
This doesn't bother him.
Interesting enough, Myth doesn't seem to mind at all either. Not in the least bit.
Even the cold part, he's like, eh. At this point, even though he doesn't have like a cold resistance yet, I still see like he's no longer warm blooded. He's kind of like cold blooded in the sense of his like blood type.
Mm-hmm.
So when something gets cold, he's just like.
Also, before we get too far into anything, here is the XP from last session.
Okay, 11163. So we should be at. Where's that? Where are we at? Where's that on this sheet?
We, by my calculations, should be at in a 3,100, 3,013, I think, by my calculations.
be at 4,013.
Oh, am I 1,000 points off?
You are.
Yeah, that's what I got. 4013.
A bit off, friend.
Yeah, whatever.
You
He was
can be
gone
at
a session,
3,000
so.
if you want. But
Yeah, that's totally fine with me.
nah, they went hunting and fishing, so you got experience too.
And then at some point, I would try to find try to see what he's up to.
Yeah, you spotted him when you were doing your rounds. He's in the camp. He set up like a little bit of a canopy
Mm-hmm.
with some of the animal pelts, and he's just underneath and sleeping. Looks like he's sleeping in this morning.
Might still be sleeping. I would in attempt knowing Narth in the attempt to wake him up instead of like walking up to him and like poking him or something. I would bring some of the food with me and like try to get to a point where it's like close to him where maybe he can smell it and maybe that'll wake him up. Narth hungry.
Grabs it out of your hand, eyes still shut. Always.
Excellent. Narth awake.
Morning, friend.
Morning. It's
Oh, what do today?
raining. It's raining today. I do
Yeah.
believe me and others plan to go into graveyard again.
You stay fighting.
Yes, we fought undead.
Hmm.
So things to kill. Well, re-kill.
Dead is dead.
I think you'll understand when you see what I'm talking about if you want to join us.
I will come kill, yes.
Excellent. It's raining anyways. Bad for hunting.
Yeah. Scent masked. Trails covered.
Good for fishing though.
No stream.
True. And then with with him, with the sounds of him wanting to really come, sounds like he wants to come this time. I start to get ready, getting my weapons ready,
Mm-hmm.
getting the new hatchet that I bought, well, hand axe hatchet, whatever you want to call it, ready. Bring things that slash like your sword.
I have sword.
Useful against creatures in graveyard.
Sword usually work against monster.
Piercing, like my spear, doesn't work.
Hmm. Learn to stab in right spot.
he's gonna have to learn this one. He's gonna have to learn this one on his own.
Yeah. Let's go. The rest are probably waking up now.
Hmm. And so the two of you make your trek from the outskirts of the forest into town, which is only like a 20-minute walk or so.
I want to know what the people think of the two of us. Just these two random people just camping on the outskirts of their city for like a couple days.
Sure, they're all talking about you.
If they have noticed, they haven't done anything about it. But you've had no one approach. You've seen no trails or footprints up near the edge of your camp. And today, as you come into town, there's really no one outside in the rain much. And so you're pretty straightforward into town.
Gotcha. And then I would head to the. I would head to the inn because that's where I would think everyone would be at,
Mm-hmm.
not knowing that Nithrin and RJ were decided to stay the night at the caravan.
Yeah, and Noth, he has his hood up and drawn pretty low, not only to shield himself from the rain, but also it mostly obscures his face.
Yeah. And I got my little like my wolf head thing.
Yep, and you get near the edge of the tavern, and I believe Nithrin's outside waiting, so you see her first, probably.
But I'm going through my maneuvers.
Ah, okay.
Dancing, practicing a couple that you may have not seen me do before, but trying to.
So you're like doing like your like combat type stuff, like
So yeah, like if they call them like call sanoms or something like that, or sinoms if you're in your taekwondo. But they're basically maneuvers that you do in order that practice form. But hers are more of a dance style than they are a standard what you might expect as a combat style. It's more dance oriented. But she's doing a few of them that where she makes herself more like if you watch her, she's practicing trying to be where she's less of a what is it called? Less of a target.
Yeah.
The way she's moving herself, she's like lining herself up so she doesn't have as big of an exposure to be targeted upon.
Seeing this, I look at Narth, knowing that you can't hear us, and you're not paying attention to us. I'm like,
Nope, I'm not.
this one confuses me still.
Why? Doing practice. Practice is good.
Weird practice. More like dance.
Keeps body fit, tight. See? Beautiful. He kind of like grabs your arm, flabby.
May not flabby.
Practice more.
That was good.
He kind of goes up to the edge of the car, or to the door of the cart, pulls the door open. Little one.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
Narth,
Just.
Narth decided to join us this time.
Oh. It's always nice to have him along.
Raining, not good for hunting or
He
cooking.
steps inside, shakes the rain off, and just sits on the bench and waits.
Also promised we'd be killing things today, not shopping.
Oh, you're the only one who shopped in this town so far.
Knew it.
Hey, I bought hand axe.
Knew you would go shopping.
Needed for killing and chopping. Multiple purposes. With he gives RJ how we would give RJ a stubborn look like.
My point still stands. Did Taween tell you what's inside the catacombs?
Dead thing's not dead. Something like that.
It's magically reanimated corpses.
Killer corpses?
Yeah. And spiders that poison.
Magic is no good.
I agree. Magic is not good.
Certain magics.
Oh yeah. Human died from spider yesterday.
Weak humans.
Anyways. RJ knows who you guys are. He just shakes his head. That's I'm about ready. I'm gonna get one more person and let's get out of here.
Who's still coming?
Well, from what Fizz told me this morning, he promised to clear that place out, and he should at least see that through.
Knowing human.
I think he'll be less annoying today. And I go out and enter the inn to see if I can find Fizz.
Yeah, he's sitting there at a table eating some breakfast. It's still
just
fairly
told
early.
him.
As you
I
guys
told-
stepped out of the caravan, Nithian steps in for a second, then steps out and follows behind.
I tell him it's time, and I start heading to the cemetery.
Yep. He gets up and trails behind you guys with a few paces behind. So the group of you make your way back to the cemetery in the rain, where you find yourselves all standing before the obelisk yet again.
I wonder. I do a spell check on the obelisk itself. See if I can just why I need to use the paragon to open it, or if I can find something else.
Okay.
Nice.
So, because you know of where the doorway is, I mean, there are the obvious points that the doorway could be potentially physically moved. Now that you know of its position, it's more of like a big stone that sits in the ground. It just needs to be moved to the side, and it's not like a flat piece of work stone either. It's it looks like a boulder that was just in the area that moved via magic to reveal the staircase. And with the spellcraft check, you do see on like the bottom edges of the boulder, there are runes along the bottom side that, when activated, produce that lift effect that allows it to move to the side without the cause of its weight. And looking in detail from a magical point of view at the obelisk itself, it is. You have to like pull away some of the vines and stuff that's grown up along its side, but near the base and on the bottom section of it, there are dozens of runes. This thing is, while all of them are possibly not active, this thing was certainly highly worked on from a magical point of view. It looks like you catch a lot of runes that have to do with, because you rolled so high, energy transference.
Okay. Oh.
And then obviously the gem itself serves as some sort of detector to activate the boulder itself.
The runes that move, the runes underneath the boulder.
Right. But there are, outside of the mechanism of the door and its magical effects,
There's
RJ does find
runes.
plenty of other,
Okay.
that have been grown over and slightly weathered, and not all of them may work at this point. It seems, hundreds of years old, but there's definitely the sign that this was once something much more than the opening of a door.
All right. Well, looks like it needs a power source, and the only one we have is this. So I take it out and spin.
All right. You mark off a charge, and
Is there like a big boulder or something around near to like block it from shutting again? If I look around.
I mean, there are other boulders and like tombstones and other things that you could potentially move in front.
I mean, does it look like there'd be a way to prop something in the opening, where it was covering to prevent it from shutting all the way?
Like a boulder itself, potentially. It depends on the strength of the magical enchantment that's opening and closing the door, which is probably not much. But there's also like a bar type project, is what you're saying? Like you could prop it in the and like hold it wedged open.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially. I mean, you could definitely set it up in that way. The boulder doesn't move too far to the side of the door or the
So
stairwell.
I look around and see if I can find something to kind of jam in there to stop it from closing.
Make a perception. There's nothing like loosely lying on the ground. However, you kind of go off, maybe 50 or so feet from the area looking around. And you do see that there is one tombstone that there's like the stonework itself, and then tied or like in the ground behind it is this like 7-foot tall metal pole.
Okay, so I try to grab that and try to pull it.
And make a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's
You
not
see
that
me over there yanking on it.
it's not that you don't pull it out. It's just you have to like fiddle with it for a few moments and shake it around. And this wasn't just a straight failure, but the way that it is affixed to the tombstone, as you pull it away, you crack the tombstone in half.
Okay.
Then
I drag it over and I start trying to wedge it in there.
I don't think we have to worry about that, Neth. If this is magic in nature, so long as we have the paragon, I think we can still open the boulder. And I'd rather not. If it does close, I'd rather it be closed, and so it can stop anything from coming from behind us, outside.
Okay, she throws it down.
Ting, 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 ting. And the stairwell is open before you all.
Yeah. I take out another torch.
Okay.
And I, of course, picked up a few little pebbles.
Mm-hmm. And downward you descend.
Yep. So prodding Taween and Noth to take the point.
Yeah, I picture the two of us. As long as there's enough room, both of us are standing next to each other.
A lot of the hallways are only 5 feet wide, but Noth would kind of position you in front of him and just say, "You've been before. You lead."
You scared now?
Not scared.
I know your tracking abilities. You'd get lost anyways.
It's okay. Have meat shield in front.
So I assume it's the marching order, I guess, would be Taween, Noth, then
RJ,
then Nith, then
And Fizz is
Fizz.
yeah,
Somewhere.
he's
somewhere
trailing.
behind us.
He's helping.
That's about right anyway, so.
So, do you guys have an intended destination? You know of a few rooms and pathways. You have yet to go left on the immediate first tee that you enter in on, but other than that, you have explored everything to the right up to a couple of up to the two bigger rooms that you found.
Yeah, we did not explore the double door room yet. We just killed the things that were coming up.
Yeah, we didn't look around.
You also, as a note, didn't like really root around in the room with the cauldron either. Yeah. The spiders disrupted you during that.
Yeah, and as we're going, Nith will go.
Left or right, though?
In case it doesn't, that's right.
Okay.
I don't know if it's showing right on your screen or not. It
Yeah,
looks like my left arm. To me, looking at the screen, it looks like it's my left arm.
right. But from your perspective, we know it's your
From my
right.
perspective, it's to the right. Yeah.
Right, it is.
Okay. So you follow back down those hallways, and you come to that second T section where you still see the dead zombies kind of down the hallway, which leads to that map room. And then there's the to the right where the part of that floor collapsed in, and around that corner is the hallway that leads to both the newly opened room and the one that the spiders were in.
Okay.
All right, Owen, where are you leading us?
I don't know where you guys want to go. Straight. All right.
So you move past the doorway to the room with the tables, and you look into stepping over the bodies of the few undead that you killed previously in this hallway. You step into the opening of that next room that they came from. Within, it looks like this room was potentially once filled with beds, as seen from the varying mounds of broken wood strewn about in bed-like shapes. You can see piles of what were potentially once bedding, mostly broken down and kind of soggy piles of mush at this point.
So I'm just looking around to see if there's interesting. I'm not really. We haven't searched the room yet, but I'm just looking for ceilings, floors, walls, things of interest along those lines.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
I'm looking for little bugs.
Little bugs. Okay.
Things to squish. I see no little bugs.
Tywin's just doing like a general check of the.
Yeah, there's really not much of note in this room. There's like a couple of side tables, a few broken beds. There's quite a number of them, but nothing really of note. In the bottom right corner of the room, however, there is a fairly sturdy-looking wooden door.
This is the room that was straight ahead, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
This was the double door room that we didn't go.
Double
into.
door room, right?
Correct.
Okay.
We haven't gone past this door yet.
Well, we have to clear out this catacombs, so
Nithiarn will look back to Wizrun.
Wizard's not
Fizz.
with you.
I'm
Fizz?
sorry, Fizz.
Yep, I can try that. He takes out his key and does his magic, and the door.
Step back.
You can
step
just
back a ways.
you can just hear the door as it's stuck, possibly by lock or some other method. He just kind of shrugs. This one's locked.
I pull out those keys. They got scratched. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mhm.
Right? There's 5 of them.
Yep.
And walk up to it. I will burn a point, so I have a +5 burn point of investure, so I have a +5 on Wiz saving throws. But tell everybody to stand back first, or like do this.
I stand well back.
And
Tywin's ready for anything.
and then try to key number 2.
The key itself doesn't work, but nothing ill happens turning the keys, and eventually you find the right one.
Okay, which key number is it?
4.
Okay, key number 4. All right. Open the door, and then I'll step back again and point to Taween and to the door.
You are met with a hallway that leads straight down. or south, relative to your guys' position.
Oh,
Parallel
I
with
thought you.
parallel with the hallway with the double doors.
I thought it was a slanted hallway down.
No.
I got this. As he would then take lead again as he starts to walk down.
Don't
With
be
you.
afraid.
I'm not afraid. If anything, I'm never afraid. I fought you, didn't I?
Also wound up on ground,
Yeah. Still
but
did it.
was not afraid.
Might be dumb, but not afraid. As I would then, as I'm walking, I have my shield in one hand already ready to go, and my hand in the other one. I'm like taking like slow, steady steps, looking, having my head going back and forth, like trying to be ready for not like anything attacking us.
Okay, go ahead and make perception check as you stay wary. Noth also is kind of keeping wary of the front.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm watching back behind us.
Yep. You guys move
Kind of.
down a ways, maybe 30, 40 feet down this hallway, and from your guys' perspective, it turns right. There's about a 10-foot space, and it turns right again. You slowly peek around the corner, everything looks fine. Check the next corner, looks fine. Continue back about 20 feet or so, and just as you're about to approach the corner, Taween, you pause and look up, and you can see a lot of the ceiling here looks. There's a lot of cracks in the roof. The ceiling itself looks fairly unstable.
Best not to do anything dumb in here. Ceiling might fall.
Oh, okay.
So maybe not bomb if attacked. I would look at RJ as I say that.
RG nods.
And then with that, I would continue in the room and kind of let everyone gather up behind me.
Yeah, you look. You kind of carefully and slowly walk underneath this section that looks unstable, and you can see in front of you there's this new room. It's fairly shallow in terms of depth from you to the other side of the wall. It's only about 15 feet in front of you. You look to the right, there's about 10 feet of space beyond the door, and then you look left, and it's a long 15-foot wide room. However, as the light kind of enters into the room and you all filter into its edges, you see on the far side from where you entered, all the way down the hall, the room, um, there are various holes that dot the wall, all of similar size. The edges of these holes are all lined with tarnished brass circles and lines of brass connecting them to form some sort of web that groups and leads toward a doorway on the south along the wall. In the opposite corner, the southeast corner of the room, lies a barrel, and the room here is dusty and the air is thick with stagnation.
So where's the barrel?
Southeast corner of the room, down the hall about 40 feet, or
Okay.
35.
Nitha's going to stay back, but out of the way of not staying away from any area that looks like it might collapse at a distance.
That's just the hallway before this room's entrance is what looked unstable.
Oh, okay, so we're past that then.
Yes.
Okay.
I look at the brass and Does it look like it's some type of trap?
Roll
Or some...
perception as you carefully approach. Doesn't look like traps. You can see various symbols, though, around some of the circles.
Like spellcraft.
They're not quite magical runes so much as they are pictographs. You see one of these brass rings around this hole indentation in the wall is circled by smaller brass dots, also made of inlaid copper. There's another one, another slot that has the shape of raw astron, kind of 2 or 3 of them around the circle. There's another circle with little lightning bolts around it. There's another circle, has eyes around it. One has closed eyes around it.
This is strange.
Yeah, I have no aptitude to any of this stuff, so it doesn't mean anything to Mythian.
There's nothing inherently magical about it. These are just pictures around the circles.
How big are the circles?
They're about 3 or 4 inches wide. And shining a light. Go ahead.
I shine the light of my torch into one.
It looks like they go in a little bit and come to some sort of like a point. And at the end of the point, you see another flash of metal at the other end.
Oh.
At the point itself.
Don't look at it anymore. And I say, careful about the holes. There seemed to be something pointy in them.
No. Not that it's something pointy in them. Like the whole shape itself comes down to a point.
Oh, okay.
And at the very end of the cone, the bottom of the cone is made of metal. The tip of the coin.
Okay.
Something.
It's like a rounded.
Okay. Oh. Never mind then. Well, I'm not too sure what these things are. But let's keep going and check what else is in this room.
Good enough for me.
Then can someone check the barrel?
Sure. With that, Tywin would walk over to the barrel. Is there an obvious way to open the barrel?
The lid?
That's what I was asking. Is there a lid?
Yes, there's a lid.
He'd have his hand axe ready in the one hand and open it up and be and look in, but ready to slash if a spider comes out.
A lot of the barrel seems mostly empty, and on the bottom you can see there's this tons of little shards of crystal that can be found at the bottom of the barrel.
Shiny stuff?
Oh.
It would reflect light.
Come over and check, pick one up and look at it.
For the most part, they're tons of little tiny pieces, but you do find one that looks like it's not entirely broken.
Money?
Does it look like the normal Astron?
It does look like your Astron chips, but not in any sort of cut form.
Okay. And the one that looks unbroken, how does it look?
It looks like part of it is broken off, but for the most part, it's intact. You see a couple of stress lines in it.
Anything that stands out about?
It is circular and ends in a point.
I think this might.
This is so hard to be a character and not me.
Yeah, I know. I think these might fit into one of these holes. Oh. And I
And
look at the hole. And I
because
look at the hole with the that look like Astron chips on it.
uh-huh.
And uh, everyone be ready for anything to happen. And I put it in.
So you slot it in, and a moment goes by, and then you see the Astron itself start to glow with a white light, and then that white light carries down and along the connection, like web flares the web for a moment,
Okay.
but nothing apparent seems to happen.
Oh. All right. Well, I think we have to fill these holes with other gems like this. So if we have to go back and search the catacombs some more.
And again, just kind of recalling what we were told. We were told to come here and look for
Books and stuff.
let's see.
Except in game, we don't know this is the right place.
No, I know, but we were told to go to Balin. We were told that we were to find a magic in crystal, find the chantry, fix the tomb, find the tomb, and recover knowledge within. Okay.
Yeah. Books and stuff.
Yeah.
Tywin doesn't know anything. He's just here.
Okay.
Let's go back and search up the other room.
There is a door to the right of the barrel as well, if I didn't mention that.
Oh. No. You just told us about the door, the big door at one end.
Oh,
all right.
Look at this door right here.
All right. Well, open it up. Let's see where it leads.
All right. And with that, Tywin would open the door. Always ready for anything. So he's always got he opens it and he's checks real quick and then has his axe in hand.
The door slides open and into the wall itself.
So the sliding door, okay.
Oh, all right. I was like, wait, what?
You see anything?
Oh, well, I would open the door and look down the hall, look to see what's inside or whatnot.
Yeah. So, opening this door, from what light you have and your low light vision, you can see that this leads into a large chamber. Its walls scattered with old decaying desks, various objects still resting upon them. In the back of the room, two large stone desks are covered in a layer of dust, holding more things. Between them, a large yellowish crystal has broken and scattered across the ground. And looming over it is a huge rat. Its fur as black as the night sky, and its eyes glow with an unnatural yellow light. You turn and slide the door open, it just screeches this ungodly sound. Roll initiative.
That sounded like an initiative, right up for sure.
Oh.
Whoa, nice.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Hang on, let me put the. Where am I at? I'm back here. So you mean re-roll it against my thing, or are you gonna?
I still have one of your tracker things here.
Okay.
Oh,
Spider thing. Oh no. So yeah, we came into this door up here. That's the barrel. The things in the wall were somewhere along there where Reggie was at. I would have been behind because I was covering the back.
Yeah, so to point out, along this left wall here,
Was what you described?
yep, this is where all of those circles are in the wall.
Okay.
This is the barrel itself. That's the hallway you came from. And this is obviously the door that just was opened.
And Taween sees something.
huge rat.
Charge?
All right.
One sec. Let me get.
You definitely got the reaction, that's for sure.
I haven't seen the rat yet.
I let you guys know. Huge rat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's an important question.
Yes.
I'm going to roll. What do I have? Oh, I don't have nature. All right, I'm going to roll a perception check. This is for me to know, does it look undead? Is what this perception check's for. Like, I've seen like undead zombies and skeletons by now.
Right.
Does this thing look undead?
No, it does not look like it's decayed or withered or anything of that nature.
All right. So with that, I would put away my hand axe and get my spear ready. As I move in,
Oops.
I'm assuming I go first, unless this right.
You do, and you can move in first.
All right. I don't see it yet.
Yeah, you'll see it like immediately when you step in, I think. Oh, or do you have a light source?
No.
Okay, well, you'll see what you see. But you see,
And Taween. Or not Taween, and Nef.
Yep, I got a light source.
All right.
I will say, you can see the glowing eyes in the direction that this compass points. And actually, it'll work if I just do this. All players see light, radius, 1 foot, which should reveal itself. Yeah.
All right, gotcha. I'm gonna move 5, 10. I'm not gonna move too far away from the door since I'll move right here.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I'm gonna move right here, making to get in, but making so I can also see everything because I can't see anything.
Just skirting along the light you can see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would take a defensive stance, so fighting defensively.
Yep.
And just be prepared for, and if it comes, and then ready my action for, if it comes in a melee action, I would melee range. I would attack it with my spear.
Okay.
And that would be my turn.
All right.
Oh.
There's more stuff.
There are more stuff.
You don't see them yet, but you will come to find that there are little rats. But none of them, even though they have the turn to go, do anything of note. Reginald.
I have my crossbow out, and I'm 5, 10, 15. Go here, drop my torch down on this square.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I see? Oh,
You can see what you see.
that is a very large rat.
It is about the size of a small dog.
I thought you just meant like a large rat, not a large rat.
When I say large rat, I mean large.
Yes, size of small dog.
I try to do my wisdom save or my will save.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah,
Oh,
you
there
do
you go.
you.
I'm fine, and I shoot with my crossbow
All right, on Fat Rat,
on Fat Rat.
you hit Fat Rat.
I hit Fat Rat. Fat Rat takes 4 damage.
It squeals an unnaturally echoing sounding squeal. Fizz
Stays.
steps up over here, and in your eyesight, Nith just kind of, yeah, you got it, yeah, and gives you Inspire Courage.
That's about right again.
Bards. All you have to know is, can they inspire courage? Yes, that's all they do.
Noth gets up here, and he just holds his sword up over his head like he's ready to strike at anything that comes at him. Big Rat. Which, because it's an animal, it moves up. And that triggers Noth. Noth Smash. Where's his weapons? Oh god, I'm not used to looking at these sheets. Ah, there it is. Noth Smash.
Not smash good.
Max damage. Nearly.
I think it is max damage.
Nah, it's 1 point off.
Oh.
Big Rat looked bad. Oops.
Just tiny bit.
Big Rat does get its turn though. And anybody who has, why do I keep doing that? What are my knowledge nature? I think. Yeah, we'll go with knowledge nature.
Don't see it. Don't
Okay.
hear it. I know nothing.
You can roll
And
it for when you do see it.
I know nothing.
I don't have knowledge nature.
Okay.
I don't have knowledge nature.
It tries to bite Noth and rolls a 2.
Doesn't work.
Nithya.
Okay, so I move up, and I guess I would go ahead and move through, which that's my 30 right there. I am fighting defensively, rope dart, all that kind of good stuff. Let's see, how far away am I? It's out of range. So that's it.
All right. Taween.
Tywin, now being able to see better and see further, is going to go help his friend kill this big rat. So 5, 10, 15, and then spear attack.
Spear attack hits.
22 for 7 damage.
As you stab into the rat's side. Each of these slash and puncture wounds thus far seem to be seeping with a green or like a yellowish light.
Thick rat.
Big Rat lets out another cry, and all of these little rats move in.
Uh-oh.
Literally up on top of you. 2 on you and 2 on Noth.
You don't have a version of Noth with see-through?
No, I forgot to set it up. We haven't used this token like at all, so
Wow.
I didn't realize it still had that. Taween, 23 and 14 to hit.
The 23 does for sure. Let me look at my current AC for the 14. What is my AC right now? The 14 misses. I have a defense of 15.
Excellent. That will be 1 damage after your DR, as it is small and actually bites between your armor.
That's 0 damage. But what type of damage?
After your DR. Piercing.
Oh, after DR. Gotcha. Piercing. Gotcha.
Knock. Oh my gosh. It's critically hit.
Damn it, North.
And rolled a natural 1 on his resistance to it. Okay. So, Taween, you see this small rat. It runs across the room. It jumps off of this desk here and goes straight for his fucking throat.
North, watch out. Does anything else happen?
He can't breathe or speak until a heal check. So, as it like clamps down in his throat, you just hear him go.
Reginald sees all this going and moves over here and does a heal check to try to get him okay.
Well, currently the rat's still on his throat and is in the way of any sort of advances you might want to make. It's more of like later down the line heal check.
Okay. Then I go here and take out my my sword.
Yeah.
My sword and try to stab at the whatchamacallit?
The rat on his throat.
At the rat, yeah.
There is one at his feet as well.
Nope, the one at his throat. The throat rat must die.
Roll for throat rat.
The sword is, or not, the sword changes into a sickle, by the way.
Okay.
A medium sickle, so -2.
Yep.
On this melee. So 11.
You do not. You do not hit.
Okay. Well, it can be a medium weapon, and that has no. And I usually true strike with it.
Yeah.
I lost RJ's video.
Oh, yep.
I lost everybody's video now.
Fizz steps into the room, and he creates.
There you go. Yep, you were back for a second.
Oh, I have everybody.
Yeah.
Some more lighting. Noth, trying to get a breath out from this rat that has assaulted his throat, is going to try and chuck it off of him and slash it midair. Oh, wait. We roll. Oh, Noth.
11.
Oh,
No. No, he doesn't even manage to pull it from him. Big Rat. Big Rat is going to attack Taween. His vicious looking teeth coming in at you. For a 19 versus AC for defense.
That hits.
Seven damage before DR.
What is my DR?
Didn't you say it was 5?
Yep. That you said last time.
I forgot.
And I need you to make a fortitude save. So, as this rat bites onto your knee, Taween, finding some places between your armor, you can see it begins to glow from its eyes and wounds, and some of those wound spots seem to close.
Gotcha. Fortitude save. Where are those? Right here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you are okay.
Oh.
Some of the yellowish light from Big Rat itself suddenly flashes across the room. And it's Smithion's turn.
Like this, the whole room, or just?
Like a quick flash of light.
Okay. I will. See, I don't think I can move far enough to get flanking. Because I have to be here. So I can't do that. But I can get right up here, I think.
You can move diagonally one more to get flanking.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'd be moving through its space, though, wouldn't I?
You would.
So, yeah, that I don't want to do that.
Okay.
So I only get a single attack. During the movement, I would have put away my rope dart, and I'm still fighting defensively because that's what I said I was doing. And I will just hit it on armor strike. Miss.
That is a miss.
That's it.
Taween.
And I'm in a defensive stance.
Yep.
Tywing getting bitten by the stupid big rat gets angry. He's like, "Argh!" as he with free action blood rage, and then after he blood rages, he takes some of the blood from the little rat that bit him, smears it across the edge of his spear as I'm doing my my black blood thing because it's all piercing damage. So now I get on successful hits, I get my 1d6 of ice damage, of cold damage. And I'm just going. I'm the little shitlings aren't bothering me right now, so I'm going to ignore those and just stab at the big one again.
Okay.
Let me 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And raise. What is that? Is this to 46? There we go. And then stab. That's a 16 on the big rat.
All right.
And then that's 4 piercing damage before DR, and then a d6 of cold damage for 2 cold damage.
Okay. So as you hit it, the slight cold energy that follows with your blade freezes some of the fur as you slice into it, and you hit it straight in the forehead. And for a moment, the light dulls in its eyes. And then the rat itself falls over but starts to twitch and writhe on the ground. And this yellowish energy begins to start seeping out and cascading across the room in like lines and wisps. Then it's Little Rat's turn. Halloween. 1 gets a 15 versus defense.
My defense is now 13 when I'm blood raging, so.
Okay, well the other one still missed. 2 damage before or after your DR.
Damn, these little things can bite.
On Noth? No. They don't do so well.
They got that one round.
Yeah, they got the crit.
Yeah, that one rat's fucking impressive.
Now, what happens now are these various skeletons that have been lying around in the room, unmoving. These lines and dashes of yellowish energy flit across the room and into the skeletons. And
Saw
as
that
they
coming.
as they
Yep.
do, they animate and begin to move. This one steps up behind you, Reginald.
Okay.
10 versus defense. 18 versus defense.
Yeah, anything can hit me.
Wait, does the 10 hit?
Oh no.
Okay. That's 4 damage. 4
Okay.
slashing as it rakes undead claws across your left side.
And these are bone-looking things, right?
These are bony, yes. They have no flesh on them, nothing of that nature. And seem to be moving not as slowly as the other things you have seen.
Okay.
This one steps up over here to your side, Mithra, and comes in with a claw.
I dodge out of the way.
You do, it misses. Behind you, Taween. A 16 versus AC hits you
Yeah.
for 5 damage. Before DR.
Before,
Yeah, before. Only the
So
rats
does-
specifically are giving after DR damage.
Oh, gotcha. So that skeleton does no damage.
The little rats are ignoring your guys' DR. I'll say it that way.
Gotcha.
This one shambles across the room and then shambles some more up to you, Taween, but doesn't do anything. Bringing it to Reginald.
Reginald attacks once again, but this time the sickle goes to small for the throat rat.
Throat rat, alright.
Throat rat.
Throat rat! Nine.
No,
9.
you do not hit throat rat.
Then I move 5-foot step this way. That ends my turn.
Fizz shoots crossbow at one of the skeletons near him, I suppose,
Fine.
which literally can't do damage. So it goes right through the bones, but it does make contact. It like goes through the rib cage and out the other side.
Nicking the bones, doing no damage.
Yes. Knock is still very concerned with Throat Rat. And finally manages to grab it, toss it up in the air, in midair, just cleave the thing into two.
Bye-bye, Throat Rat.
As Throat Rat falls over here, dead. You can still see he's just
Careful, friend.
coughing too. No, that's all. That was all in character.
Okay.
And real. I did it to myself, but
Yeah, that's what I said. Careful, friend.
Big Rat. Eyes darkened. The yellow flares back to life in its eyes. And you can see these yellow lines of energy kind of continuously wisping out of it to all of these skeletons. As Big Rat I'm gonna roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Turns to Noth. And misses horribly. Mithrin.
Okay, so I can 5-foot step for free, right?
Yes.
So I can 5-foot there.
Yes.
Okay. So then now I'm flanking. Big
You
Rat.
are. You are.
All right. So that gives me +2. What does flanking give?
Yeah, +2 to hit.
All right. All right. So I am going to hit it.
Don't forget, you're still under Fizz's thing, too.
What does Fizz's thing do?
+1 on attack and damage.
Was it audio?
No, you can. You know, as you like are swinging at the rat, you can see him back in the corner of the room, like, yeah, get him.
Yeah, I know, but does that affect me?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It can be visual too.
Okay. That's one point of
Attack and damage.
attack and damage. Okay. Alrighty.
Thumbs up.
Alright. Flurry of blows. Boom. Miss.
That
Ooh.
one.
Boom. Yeah, net one. That happens on the net one first.
What are you using to strike with?
Hands.
I'll leave this to your description as to how that hits you instead somehow, or at least does 7 damage to you when you try and swing.
No, let's just say I just swing, and then when I hit it in such a way that it hurts me.
Okay.
It sprains your. It starts to hurt your wrist.
Yeah. not much of a monk, am I?
And the 11 will miss. Or is that a 13, 14 with all the buffs, right?
No,
Or-
that's it. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm not rolling for shit.
hurt yourself and miss. Taween.
I have the same problem now, friend.
There are skeletons clawing at you, and Big Rat is not dead, it seems.
Kill Big Rat. Since I still have my spear out. With a where is my attack roll?
You are flanking with Nithyarn, so you get a +2 bonus.
Yeah.
That will hit.
That hits. So that's
And
eight piercing.
as you stab into it again, right through its like back, this skeleton crumbles to the ground as one of the yellow lines of energy dissipate. But Big Rat is still active.
I also do 4 damage of 4 ice damage.
Okay. Little rats. 1 at Noth's ankles. Missing. Taween. Miss. And a 20, which will hit.
Yes.
For 4 piercing damage to your Vigor.
Little rats starting to hurt.
As this one's like, it's the same one that bit you on the knee. And at this point, it's like just tearing away at your inner thigh. These things look like they have not eaten in God knows how long, and are ravenous, and it's literally eating you on the spot. You are being eaten. As the remainder of the skeletons swing in, 1 at Noth for a natural 3 miss, 2 on Taween. Ooh, that's a natural 20 on that first attack. Taween, I need you to make your critical defense roll bonus.
Oh my god. Tyween's not doing. Tyween's starting to feel the damage. Oh, where's the critical defense thing?
Should be up in the AC area.
Oh, there it is.
Oof, close, but no.
Like it still hits me? Like,
Yeah, barely.
that-
You needed a 22 to not have it crit you. As their attack bonus is relatively low. Okay. So it does this. 2, 4, 5, 6 slashing damage before DR. But you were also fatigued.
Oof.
As it hits you and claws you right kind of in the back of the neck, and you can just feel all your strength from you. Its second claw also does come in and hit with an 18 to hit for 5 damage before DR. The one,
0.
yeah, the one near you, Nithurn, wildly swings its claws at you with a 17 to hit and a natural
Dodge
1.
out of the way.
The 17
And
misses?
Oh yeah. And then
wow.
I kick it. Yeah, I have a 20.
Well, it fails. So
And I kick it. Well, for its fail. For flavor.
Kick it on its down.
it seems off balance and its defense is lowered for a period of time. Reginald, skeletons, you see it slash into Taween's neck, bash against Noth's armor.
5 foot step here
Little
and try
rats
to
crawling all over them.
do a heal check on Noth so he can breathe again.
Yeah. He's in the middle of battle. It is a fail. So I'll flavor it in the way that you're having trouble getting up to his throat and keeping him still as he's thrashing about in battle.
Yep.
Because you're so little and he's so tall. That's perfect.
Okay.
You can't reach him.
But you tried to jump up on him and help, but you slipped off. Viz will reload his crossbow. And he shoots Little Rat at Noth's feet. and it dies.
Yay.
Noth turns to the skeleton behind him and just, oh, no, button. Swings out at it, still hitting. And 7. Even though it is a slashing weapon on bone, still just cleaves the thing in two.
Of course it does.
The best of us.
Big rat. Roll D3. Okay. Taween.
Damn it.
He likes you. You taste good.
You do taste delightful. And does a 16 hit your defense.
Yeah.
You take 1 point of damage before DR, which is nothing, but I still need the fort save.
God.
As we'll see if you can see why this thing's bite is not the damaging part. Nope, not today.
He's just yelling. So many things are attacking him.
You are the tank.
Nifty
This is your
turn.
job. This is your job. Flurry of blows.
On.
The big rat is right in front of me.
Alright. That will hit.
Alright, 4 damage and intimidate. It does seem alive, right?
Potentially.
The thing's alive anyway.
Doesn't matter. It's basically free.
Alright.
So, you need a reminder on what intimidate does, or if anything, or you can look it up, I guess.
Yeah, I've got it.
All right, second blow. Nope.
No, that one will miss.
You can't swing for shit.
You see the line of energy to this skeleton significantly darken with that.
Look, every one of my rolls are practically damage rolls or ones.
None of us are rolling well,
Oh,
It's absolutely horrible.
except Taween's Forge.
Taween, probably for the best.
Tyween's like getting attacked by a lot of things, but he sees he won't lose his ground though, because if he moved back, his friend would be in trouble.
Chocolate.
As he just these little rats are still fucking nibbling at his damn ankle. There's a big rat right there.
You keep bashing back.
Kill. Big rat.
He's just. Ah!
He's in a lot of pain right now, but he's just like focused on one thing. Oh.
The pain is very distracting.
And he's also fatigued.
He is, yes.
What does fatigue do? I feel fatigue.
-1 on rolls on 20.
So that's a +1 at least because of flanking.
Yeah, no, a like 9 or 10 still misses.
Yeah.
And fatigued gives a -2 penalty on strength and dex.
Oh,
You cannot run or charge as well.
that's even worse for you.
Yes. Little rats. Little rat, I suppose. Well, there's still 2 on top of it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Little rat rolls an 18. No. But it does nibble you for another point of damage.
Get these things off me.
And the other one has not quite made it through your shoe yet. But it's trying. Skeletons. Reginald. 13 and 12.
12 misses. My armor is 13.
That'll be 3 slashing. Or, yeah, slashing damage as one of the claws come towards you before DR. And then Nithyan, the other skeleton shifts focus at you.
It misses.
Does an 18 hit you?
No. I dodge out of the way.
Alright. The other claw misses as well. As Reginald
Tries once again to heal.
jump up on Noth.
You tell him kneel down.
He is not listening to you in this moment. He is flailing and slashing about, making it very difficult for you.
Wow, that's impressive then.
Despite his gasps of air, he's like the wild animal in the corner, can't breathe, is just swinging around, trying to murder everything.
Kill.
Hey, Halloween, little rat at your feet. Crossbow bolt shoots it across the room.
Thank God.
As Noth
You
overhands.
still have one.
Oh,
You still have
Noth. Oh, Noth. He rolls a natural 3. Wait. Yeah, natural 3. Okay. Big rat. Halloween.
Again?
He likes you.
Does a 13 hit your defense?
Yes.
Fort save. 0 damage. It can't break through your armor, but
Let's see.
it's making contact, which is allowing the fort save effect. Which you are fine. Nithyan.
Flare of blows. Big rat. Big rat right there. See the big rat? Boom.
What's with your ones?
I don't know. That's all I can.
The skeleton to your left crumples.
Intimidate.
Alright.
If it works. If it works, up to you. And
Not effective versus this creature.
boom.
Finally.
Smash. Boom. Bang. Kill.
It rolls a natural 1 on its resistance, but that does shatter the last skeleton as the yellow energy subsides from it.
Yeah, that's me right there.
Halloween! 1 rat
No,
at feet and big rat. Or 1 rat on knee and big rat.
The one rat that's been eating him.
Yes. Yeah, you can feel the blood pooling down your leg as it's shredded your thigh.
At this point, Tywin's like, kill small rats. Big rat can't be Skeleton's dead. So this is at the small rat that's been fucking biting.
You eviscerate him.
It's obliterated.
It is rat on a stick.
I pierce right through it, and I just chuck it across the room afterwards.
Okay, you just send it flying off the end of your spear over there. They are no more. They are no more. Reginald.
Tries once again to help our orc friend. There we go.
You finally, pull him down to the ground. You get him to take a knee.
Stay still.
And you begin the medical treatment. It will take a round or two. But
That's fine.
you successfully begin the process. This is so fitting. As, with a crossbow bolt, Fizz pierces Big Rat in the head. And it stops moving.
Wait, what does he do? Oh, he killed that one
Yeah,
too?
Fizz did.
And
Good
I
job.
Um,
so
as with the final crossbow bolt, the yellow energy within the rat subsides, and the room falls silent and still.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Very interesting. Nope, Jace, stop it.
those things knocked me down pretty good.
Yeah, they did.
I should have just fought those things. Nothing else was getting past my DR.
Well, I'm treating Noth. I tell Tywin, search my bag. There's a potion in there for you.
Meanwhile, Nithiarn just kind of steps back and rubs her arm a little bit. A little bit of static energy comes up or something, and then she's like,
Yeah, Tywin. Tywin takes the potion, sets it to his side as he also gets some I looking through your bag. I'm sure he'll find some bandages or something.
Yep.
He'll take some of the bandages and just start wrapping around his leg as he tries to. Little rats hurt. And then he wraps his leg in the bandage. Takes the health potion. This is just a minor one, right?
Cure light wounds. 1d8 plus 2.
And that fatigue will persist until you rest, by the way.
Oh, gotcha. I'm also fatigued. Yeah. 1d8. 8 plus 8. Excellent.
Is that?
Feel better.
And RJ just says out loud, I think I gave you some potions a while back. As well.
Let me look. Yes, you did. You want me to give you one back?
No. I'm because I know you travel very light. I was worried that you might have left some of them back at your camp.
No, I bring that comes with me.
You finish up on Noth, and he finally begins breathing again. It looks like the way the rat bit him, it crushed his trachea slightly.
Noth, you okay?
Thank you, RJ.
You are very hard to climb.
Rat had no problem.
Yeah, I am not as agile
Why
as
so
rats.
vicious?
I think they were hungry.
Hmm,
Look at
that is
and I
not
point
just
at
hungry, rat.
Tywin's knee. I think they took a pound of flesh off Tywin.
Well,
Why are you laughing at?
yeah, said earlier, needed to lose some. You lost some.
You quiet for a little bit. Best time.
Focused on killing. See what mean, though, skeleton. Why moving from magic?
I think so. For some reason, that rat had magic.
Magic rat, no good.
Not good at all. Little rats were also problem. Bigger problem.
Mark, you're gonna have to explain to me what you're signing, or
Oh, he's not even at
because
the desk.
yeah, I'm not there right now, but yeah, we'll figure it out how to do that.
you are now your avatar.
Yep. I understand.
Uh,
But right now, I'm just looking around, seeing if there's anything interesting.
Is anyone else hurt? And I look around.
We'll be fine.
All right.
Nithian gives you a thumbs up.
All right.
I'm better.
And combat. I don't know. I mean, you look a bit tired from that fight.
Didn't do morning practices. Winded now.
Stretching is very important, Toby.
Take your socks off too.
Stupid little rats. And skeleton that got good hit on me.
Okay, did you go pee in the potty?
Just hit me in not the right spot. I'll be fine.
All right. And RJ starts looking around the room
See,
for nothing. I
well,
see nothing.
there are a number of things that are just plainly out on the desks that aren't really hidden by any means. Various gems, pile of coins, couple of flasks with some liquids inside.
I take the
Some rolled up.
We do have a looter in our midst now, so somebody I know would be looking at it, would be looting everything.
But I look at the flasks and I appraise them. Why? Why am I not rolling well today?
There, I'll roll 3 or 3 in total.
Okay. Yeah. Of course.
The third one, should you drink this, would reduce your size.
We could put you in my pocket.
Okay.
It is a potion of reduced person.
I take the potions, or the vials with liquid in them, and the potion.
Yes, also likely potions, as you can smell the various alchemical reagents among them, but you don't couldn't quite pinpoint in the moment what they might do.
No doubt something you can figure out later.
Yep.
And so just remember that Fizz would probably go around looting everything else. That seemed to be his nature.
I'll be.
Don't you think?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't know enough, and he's not here, so he's feeling guilty in the corner,
Yep.
just waiting.
Okay.
But
Well, I'll be taking things.
So nothing else of interest.
You're
you said-
saying stuff after the potions.
yeah. So let me put across here the things you find. So you find a large pile of coins, actual like gold, silver, copper coins with various denotions of places you don't, or like markings of you're not sure what country or denomination made them.
I
And
see it. I can do a history check on them.
yeah, go ahead. And they're all in a large like bowl on a table.
I would pull out my coin, one of my own gold coins, and be like,
They match.
No, I don't have any idea.
He has no idea where these coins came from.
There are, among those coins, 9 different little gemstones of different types.
Ooh, gems.
I will say, as a grouping, somebody could just make a general appraise if they wished.
I took a praise. But I'm not rolling well today.
You get a few of them, and you recognize a few of the gemstones and their general values.
Well,
1, 2, 3,
You can
4,
just
5,
gather them up,
6.
figure it out later.
yeah. Oh.
And then there's 6 more that you don't know.
How
There's
much gold coin?
I
Like
put it
silver and copper.
in chat.
And yeah, whoever's gathering is keeping track of it. Just I used to gather and keep track of loot. I am not doing that at all.
I'll do it. I have
Just
I have a little
FYI.
thing on the side.
Tyween will keep track of the coins.
There's a roll of paper that seems untouched by time.
I take those papers
Okay.
and seeing that they're untouched by time, I put them away in my bag,
And
thinking that they probably have some type of magic cast on them. I don't want to look at them too much right now because I don't have time.
And lastly, among the things that are just scattered about the desks in the room themselves is this golden hand mirror that lays on top of one of the desks.
Golden what?
Hand mirror.
Hammer.
Hand
Hammer.
mirror.
Hand mirror. Okay.
It does not look
Okay.
tarnished. There's some dust on it, but there was no tarnishing with time.
This is strange. And I pick it up and look into the mirror.
You see yourself.
Okay. And I put it away.
Now, aside from these various things scattered atop the desks in the room, you do see the pile of more of those crystals that are kind of between the two stone desks. When you initially stepped in, the big rat, which I will now reveal to be called a soul nibbler, was
Not
looming
ominous
over
at
top
all.
of them.
A soul nibbler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I look at the gem that was guarding. Or looming over, you said?
It's a couple. It's about 3 different gemstone, or not gemstones, but they look like astron.
Okay. Does it look like it was
Of
shattered from a single
color or
piece?
clear? Yeah. What status?
They have a clear color to them, like the one you found in the barrel of the other room,
Okay.
although unbroken.
Ooh.
Let's take these. There are 3 of them?
Yep.
Okay. I think are they cut similar to the one that was in the barrel?
The one in the barrel and these, none of them seem to have been cut, but they're all of similar shape. They
Okay.
are hexagonal and about 7 inches long, and end
Okay.
in points on either end.
All right, let's take these. I think these might open that door and the other.
Compared to the one you found in the barrel, it looks like these are full and they're like 7-inch length. The one in the barrel was only like 3.5, 4 inches. It looks like one had been snapped in half, for example.
Okay. Let's go check these out.
So we're going back to the room that had the holes in the wall.
Oh, okay. And I look at Nith. Nith, can you make sure we didn't miss anything in this room? I was kind of drawn to those potions and wasn't really paying attention too much.
Yeah, I said I was looking around for other things, not specific things, but like the room and the.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception. Nothing else of note, just the desks and the things that you found.
And only one entrance,
Pretty
the one we
barren.
came in, right?
Yep.
'Cause on the map, it looked like there was an entrance to the right, or an exit to the right. Just want to make sure that that's not theater of the mind. One entrance in, one entrance out. I'm fine with.
Or no, yeah, sorry, no, you did see there was a door on the right side.
It was a secret door.
No, it was there.
No, I'm just saying that because we didn't notice it right away.
So I'll just point to that one, or left. Well, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm pointing to either the way we came in or that, and kind of putting my hands up.
Mm. We'll come back. Unless you want to go through.
She shrugs.
All right, well, let's keep going forward into the other room. See what's behind those big doors. Clear it up this time.
Sounds good.
You mean the wall with the slots?
Yeah.
There was no other sort of door on that.
Oh, okay. I thought those slots the brass was going to a different door.
Yeah, all of so when you saw it, you saw how the room was long.
Yeah.
Those brass lines led into this bigger room
Okay.
where looking at it looks like they web out over the ceiling and
All right. Well, let's go back to the room because these seem to fit those holes. See what happens.
Okay,
Sounds good.
we go back.
Yep.
Now, are there patterns? Just curious, so I understand what we see. So there's these symbols with brass ring type things, and then in the hole, and those hanging from the ceiling, or they're in the wall, or they're. I'm kind of still missing the picture in my mind.
so think of a stone wall,
Yep.
and on that stone wall there are various of these indentations, these holes.
Yep.
On the edges of the holes themselves, there are these brass metal pieces attached to the wall itself, like a
Inlaid into the wall.
right.
Okay.
And inlaid just on the edges of those are the symbols, and then there's the various like lines connecting them, all
Got it.
inlaid on the wall.
And one was like lightning, you said, or like a
Small
lightning
small
symbol.
circular dots around one. One was surrounded by astron-shaped crystals. Another by lightning lines. One by closed eyes, and another with open eyes.
Got
And
it.
then there are a couple others that don't seem to have pictographs on them.
And how many of the holes are around each one of those copper rings? How many indent like hexagonal in just one each or multiple?
Just one per ring. It looks like the copper is
Got it.
outlining the hole itself.
Got
The
it. So a
various
hole
holes.
with a copper round thing with symbols around that, and there's four
Right.
or five different things. Okay.
Right.
And you partially tried the one with Astron, and then that didn't work or didn't appear to do anything because it was a broken gem.
No, it did. It lit up something, but it didn't do anything after that.
Right. Okay. All right.
So
I was just wanted to re-hear what I heard. Again, Nithyan doesn't really pay a whole lot of mind to this. I mean, she's interested, she's looking, but she really doesn't have a clue on what it might be.
RJ takes
She does.
one of the astroms and puts it into one of the holes.
Which one?
Lightning.
All right. The things flare again, and the Astron seems to stay dimly lit.
Okay. And I should write this down. What were the holes again?
It said ringed with dots, right?
Yep, ringed with dots.
An astrum hole.
One has Astron crystals, shapes around it.
One was lightning.
Yep. A closed eye and an open. One with closed eyes and one with open eyes.
And all the other ones are blank type things, right?
And each one of them has a hole in the middle. So
No,
there's
are there any other holes besides these 5?
None with pictographs on them. There are a couple more, but none that have pictures or images.
Okay. Then I put another one in the ring with dots.
Okay. When you put the one in with the ring with dots, suddenly, along the edges of the ceilings, little magical lights appear. And you can see them lining down the hallway. And you can see the room past the doorway that you just had that fight in seems to light up with magical light.
Well, I just turned on the lights. And the last one in open eyes.
Okay.
Would have been useful earlier.
It would have, wouldn't it?
Nothing apparent seems to happen, but there is the reaction of it being slotted and the activation of some sort of energy.
All right, well, we'll come back for these later. It seems like something happened. Let's see what was past that door in the place with the rats.
not.
Let's go.
So you step up to that door, and it easily swings open and leads to a hallway, a long, narrow hallway. And eventually, it goes down probably 80, 90 feet in one direction after it immediately turns left when you open the door. It immediately turns left, goes about 90 or so feet, turns left again, and you are met with a stone wall. And on the right hand side, you can see a lever.
All right. Before we pull the lever, I want to take a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have this urge to say pull the lever, Kronk, so bad.
Yeah, we can take a break there.
Everybody likes to pull river levers. Levers aren't there. They're only there because they're meant to be pulled, right?
Exactly. God, that was a tough fight, actually.
It shouldn't. I mean, it was, but it made it a
shouldn't
lot
have been
harder because we rolled like crap. But
crap. Yeah.
it is what it is.
It could have been worse. I will
Yeah,
say
it could have
that.
been. Yeah,
Talween,
people could have been affected by things negatively.
if Talween had failed any of those fort saves, it would have gotten interesting.
Oh.
And the only thing I did is hurt myself. No, I had a couple good hits in at the tail end there, but
I got a good hit in the very start, and then I just started trying to heal people.
yep. Then Fizz killed everything else.
Somehow.
Fizz, you did a great day. You weren't here, but you did fantastic.
MVP of today.
That's right.
So
Let him know. Let him know. Let James know.
I'm guessing the DC of that was 10.
Yes, it was 10.
Yeah, I would have to roll a 5 or a 4 or below to actually get
Well,
affected by it.
there's a 20% chance something horrible happened to you then.
Yes, because I have a +5 on my fort save.
Yeah. I kept rolling to see if it would change targets, but it never did, so.
See, if it attacked me, I'd probably be poisoned, just because I've been rolling 2s and 3s.
It was not poison.
All right.
Or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
You monster.
I'll tell you after session.
We can get back to it then.
You are faced
Pull
at the
the
end
lever,
of
Kronk.
this long hallway with a lever.
Let me put another bolt in my crossbow.
Tywin's like, all right. And then with that, he pulls the leather.
The stone door slides to the side into the wall before you.
Everything's lit up now, right?
Yep, these hallways are all lit. And you find the bedchamber room, but now nicely lit.
Oh,
Wait, a room that we were in before?
Yep.
oh,
We did a circle.
okay. That's good. Well, that's a lot safer than that one room with the ceiling that looked like it was about to fall.
Agreed.
And did we look? We looked around this room already, right? Didn't find anything.
Yeah, no, there was nothing of note in here.
Okay.
All right.
All
Let's
right. What haven't we done? Were
let's
there any
see
doorways we passed up?
the cauldron room. There was a door there, right?
2 doors.
Okay.
Let's go see if the spiders are still there too.
Sounds good.
So you guys move back out into the hallway, step over the dead bodies, move through all the open doorways, and back into what was probably once the dining hall. Taking a moment, you see no immediate spider danger.
Stay very alert.
The room is lit by magical lights around the edges of the room and a couple through the center since this is a larger room. Also, beneath the cauldron, you see a magical fire has started. Despite there being no water or anything for it to heat, it is active.
Hmm.
I mean, does it? What it appears that it. What kind of room do we think this is? This is the one that. This is the dining room. Okay, got it.
With all the
So
long tables and the chairs and the cauldron and the crates.
So the cauldron looks like it cooked food or something at some point. Is the assumption, but now it's warming up. Okay.
Weird.
Tywin, make a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
Yeah. You're in the room.
Yep.
Along with your friends.
Is there any other rooms?
There are other doors. This is just the 2 doors leading to that one on that one wall we haven't explored yet, right?
Correct.
The double doors or whatever.
They're not double. There's a spacing of stone set between them, but there are 2 separate doors on the
2 separate doors.
far end
And
of
we
this
haven't
room.
looked. And we haven't looked through the baskets along the wall on this room yet.
Not thoroughly, just until spiders interrupted your progress.
So
Spiders.
I'm from a distance on top of one of the tables.
Yeah.
I'm going to rope dart them with the blunt.
Okay, you start smashing crates from on top of the tables.
Yep.
All right. What's everyone else doing?
I'm ready to shoot anything that scurries on the ground.
I let Narth know. Room with spiders. If you wear that, you might want to watch out.
So a few moments go by, Nithir, and you start bashing all of these crates apart. And sludge kind of pours out of a couple of them. You're slinging it a little bit here and there, but no spiders.
Okay. That's all I wanted to do. I'll step back. I'm going to go look at the cauldron, just curious.
That's where the spider is.
Is it warm? It'd be getting cooked if it is, so.
Or it becomes a fire spider. It evolved!
Yeah. But is it warm?
Yes, it is. The cauldron is slightly warm, at least near the bottom. It's colder up at the top still.
Okay. Put a little water in it.
All right.
I rub my hands together, kind of close my eyes a little bit, put my hands out over it, and it begins turn by turn to fill full of water.
All right. How
2
far?
gallons.
How much
2
do you
gallon.
tend to fill?
I don't know, just halfway, let's say.
Okay.
I don't know how big it is. I'm not really comprehending the size.
I mean, it's like a 8-foot wide cauldron, so it's probably a good 100 gallons or more.
Oh, okay. I'll just drop 20 gallons in it, let's say.
Yeah, you fill it up like a quarter of the
until
way.
somebody else does something. I'm just kind of
Okay.
curious.
Yeah, you begin filling the cauldron, and after a couple minutes, you can see the little bubbles that begin to form from the fire as it warms.
Okay. I was just curious.
I wonder how they keep this fire lit. Anyways,
Magic.
Nithiar's doing some signing, but you're not really paying attention. For whatever
let's
reason. Technical
Sure,
reason.
let's go through the doors.
There's a left and a right door.
I take out a gold coin and I look at.
Where do you get gold coin?
Well, I have. Wait, did I keep any gold coins from the? No, I did not.
I said I collected all the gold coins.
No, I thought I had some gold coins from created the character. I take out the blue. Have two sides, right?
Not really. No, they're just
Damn it.
gemstones cut. They don't have any identifying features on them on either side. They're pretty smooth. It's more the idea that one piece has a value.
Do you say anything?
I was like, somebody flip a coin.
I'll pull out a copper coin and hand it to you.
And I flip it.
All right.
One is heads, two is tails. How do I do this? /R1D2.
Mm-hmm. Heads.
Heads. Let's go take this left door.
Okay.
Sounds good. Tywin would lead the way, as usual.
I love having a tank in front of me.
Yeah. You didn't like being a tank that one session?
No.
Wonder why.
I have many vigors. I do not have any damage reductions on Hulk out.
Yep. Me neither. 0 DR.
I have all the DR.
All right. So
Open the door. I'll go into a defensive stance.
all right, Tywin, you're going through the left door.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Tywin does what he's told.
Make a reflex save, Tywin.
Reflexes not.
As you touch this door, a jolt of electricity shoots down your arm, and you take 7 points of electric damage.
Oof.
But the handle did turn. It was like as you grabbed it, like ah! which kind of you slightly push the door ajar as the handle turned, and you like gripped onto it from the electrical energy.
Magic bad.
Mark knows.
I do too.
Mithiarn does not.
RJ kind of figured it out a while.
But does he tell Tywee?
Give me a second. I have to go back real quick. No, RJ's like, that's what those things do.
What things?
Those shards that we put in. And I take out another healing potion. Drink this and give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go back real quick and switch stuff out.
I'll go with you. Just make sure you don't get in trouble.
Okay.
So you go back to the wall of slots.
Yes. And I take off the lightning and the open eyes.
Okay.
And put one in the closed eyes.
Okay.
Alright, and I stuff the lightning into the bag. Or the one that was in the lightning and stuff into the bag.
Yep.
And we return.
Okay, and you find yourselves back in the dining hall before the open doorway. Partially ajar door.
I'll burn a point on it's reflex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll burn a point on reflex and touch the handle real quickly.
There's no electricity on this door.
Okay.
And I touch the other door's handle.
Nothing happens.
Okay. And I look at Tywin and was like, are you okay now? Or do you need another potion?
I'll be fine.
Alright.
If I have to, I'll take one later.
Okay.
And
Then
then
let's...
with that, I'll just start heading down the left. Shield in one hand, spear in the other.
So you begin to follow down the hallway, and you can see it immediately T sections off, but poking your head around one corner that seems to immediately have another edge, it looks like it's the other door. That both of these doors led to the same hallway.
Damn dungeon cave thing. Well, then I would go the way that isn't the other door.
Indeed. And in that direction, you find yourselves at a intersection, or a T-section. To the right, you see the stairwell that leads back up. And before you is a straightway.
So we circled around to the entrance?
You have.
Dungeon clear.
Does it feel like we missed something? From our point of view.
From your guys' point of view, you have taken all available doors that you have come across and seen all rooms and all doorways.
On the right side when we turned right at the very start, right?
Correct. You came from its left, the left of that initial T intersection.
Oh, okay.
As you can see here at the bottom of the stairwell, there's a little puddle of water as the rain's begun to collect down the stairwell. Also, you can hear the crack of thunder happening, echoed down the stairwell.
Well,
anything else? That's Tywin talking to the party.
I guess we cleared it. Let's go grab those gems on the wall that I left behind and head back out. And
well, you didn't try them all, did you?
No, and I'm not gonna.
In that,
you stuck the broken one in the Astron-shaped one.
Yeah.
Navarre, in the one room that we fought the rat, We just found potions and coins. There was nothing else of interest, right?
I mean, there were the Astron crystals, there was the coins, there was the potions, a roll of paper, possibly a scroll, and then there was that golden hand mirror.
I picked up.
We took all that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, if you guys want to come with me, we'll grab those things and see what happens if we put a fixed one into that Astrum crystal.
All right. I would lead the way.
You find yourself back at the slot room.
I keep the one that was in the ring with dots for now. And I reach my hand into the Astrum crystals one to try to take out that one.
Yep, you managed to.
Alright. I take out the one that's in closed eyes and put that one into the Astrum crystals.
Okay. Again, there's the flaring of energy along the lines, suggesting that something was, again, activated.
Okay. And thinking about it, let's go check the map real quick.
Okay.
All right.
So you have one in the
The ring of
dots
dots.
and
Yep.
the Astron.
Crystals.
Okay. You make your way back to the map room, and aside from it being lit, looks normal.
Alright. Anything with the crystals that were in the maps?
No.
Ithiarn stops RJ and says, well, you can't see.
I can't see.
Navarre, maybe you can say what you think, or somebody else say what you think she's doing.
Oh, I don't know what you're doing.
I don't see you.
I would say I don't see you either. I'd say just describe what you're
Okay,
doing.
she's trying to describe. She's using her hands.
I would say you're getting very close to that point where like sign language, RJ is getting a pretty good grasp on it. So you can
Okay.
like maybe this is a practice as to how you will be.
I do sign roll. I'll do real rough. How's that? Rough sign language?
Yeah.
Roll of paper. Open.
Alright. And I guess I take out one of the rolls of papers and look into it.
It's just one piece of paper rolled onto itself, and you see magical writing on it.
Spellcraft.
Ooh, nice.
Should this scroll be activated, it would remove fear.
So it's just a scroll. Okay.
Yes, this is just a scroll.
Magic scroll that removes fear type magics from people.
Okay.
Is yeah.
Not yet.
And so there was only one scroll?
Yes.
I thought you said there were a couple.
No, I was trying to describe it as if it was like a piece of paper rolled in on itself, like a roll of paper.
Okay.
So I sign missed something.
Maybe. There's only two
question
things.
mark. Question mark. She kind of like.
No, that's what I'm saying. I said maybe.
What though?
I don't know. No, I'll look at North and see if he's getting bored of this.
You just see him like he's kicking at one of the zombie bodies, like turns it over, pokes it with his falchion.
Well, let me try one more thing, but I think everyone should come with me just in case.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And we
come in.
go back.
We come in cave dungeon. Kill rats. That's it? You all killed Rest. Taween,
What?
why you bring me?
Coincidence?
I could have hunted rats.
How am I supposed to know that's what was left?
You already had fun. Killed the rest.
I killed spiders that killed man.
Hmm.
That's it.
What of these bodies? And he's like pointing to the zombies as you guys are walking across the like 10 zombies you guys killed.
That's when
Nithian raises her hand.
they killed them.
Hmm.
You hunt.
We both lose out on fun.
Not my fault.
You guys find yourself back to where you're headed.
So we're back to the whole room, right?
The control room, we'll call
The
it.
control room. We'll call it control room.
Because it seems to control aspects of things here.
Nithiarn points at Astron, lightning, open.
All right. And I put Astron, Lightning, and Open. Those are the ones I put onto it.
Are you using the broken one as well? Or are you removing the one from the lights?
The one from the lights. I'm removing it.
Okay. Lightning, Astron, Open Eye. Got it.
I don't like open eye.
Neither do I.
Lightning not fun.
Well, let's see if this does anything. And I start heading back to the map room.
Okay. You find yourself back in the map room, and the 3 gemstones in the wall are now glowing with energy.
Were there only the 3 gemstones?
Yes.
All right. And I touch one of them.
There were 3, one amidst a forest, one in the middle of a lake, and one in the mountain. Which do you touch?
I touch the one in the forest.
Okay. You touch that gemstone, RJ, and suddenly your vision seems to depart your body. As you now see around you, not really around you, you're not like looking around, it's just a vision you're being given. You see this location. It is a massive tower in the middle of this open field. To either side off in the distance you can see the tree line of forests. Along the tower itself you can see these winged humanoid-like creatures flying about it atop the top edge of it. This tower being maybe 300 feet tall or so. You can see at the bottom it is surrounded by a moat, and more figures are moving about at the base of it. And then you see a light coming from the top of the tower. One similar to a lot of the other light of the clear astron that you've seen and come across, coming from within windows that are covered in murals and depictions of just intricate artworks. And
Okay. Do the flying creatures look like the murals on the walls?
no, they're distinctly different. They're smaller. They have like hooked clawed hands. They have the wings are part of the arms themselves. It seems they're somewhat humanoid and feathered with beaks.
Okay. Could I do a knowledge nature to figure out what they are?
Yeah. This is a type of harpy.
Okay. And I stopped touching it.
Yep, your vision returns to yourself.
That was strange. I was in a middle of a field on top of a tower. Harpies were flying all around me, and there were figures on the ground.
What's a harpy?
It looks human. It looks humanoid with feathers and claws.
Bird person.
Similar, but a monster.
And that was the forest, and you said there was a mountain and a water one.
There's one gem in a lake, and then there's another gem amidst some mountains on the map.
Okay.
If you guys want to try it out, it was interesting.
Why not? Which one? So, which one did you already?
The forest one.
I'll try water. And with that, I would do the same thing that RJ did,
Mm-hmm.
and do it to the water. One.
You see, as your vision is taken from you, there are this vast lake around you. You seem to be standing on a beach of sorts, but it's shallow and there's like a couple inches of water across whatever beach you stand on. You don't see any sort of landmass around you, but here you see these stones jutting up out of the water. And there is one with this big oval like shape, and there are smaller stones drifting about without weight around it. You look to one side of it and you can see that it is carved in and hollowed. And you can see this bright blue energy gleaming from within. The interior of this giant stone looks similar to you guys know when there's those certain like geode stones you break open and there's like the
Mm-hmm.
internal crystals.
Yeah.
The
Looks like
amethysts and stuff like that.
when they're hollow as well, and there's like all
Yeah.
the crystals along the insides of the edge of the stone. It looks like one of these that is on this like sand bed in amidst this lake, and in the center of it, you can see this. Well, Taween, I don't know that you'd quite know what to make of it. You're looking into the stone.
Actually, if this is a geography check, I can roll.
Not quite, no. There's this like circular swelling of energy, but you can see through it, where you should see the other side of the stone. You see rolling waves and crashing water, but it is not like the still lake that is around you. Almost like a window to another location.
After a while, I would try to get my own vision back.
Yeah, you just stop touching the stone and your vision returns.
Gotcha.
It's strange, right?
Yes, I saw big body of water,
Hmm?
magic stone. Never seen water so big.
Maybe
You,
the
you,
ocean.
you can you can. Are you speaking common because of the orc, or are you doing Elven?
I would say this is about how I would speak Elven.
Okay.
I'm speaking full sentences.
Okay. Just checking.
Waves. Bigger than human. I've never seen anything like it. Interesting. Weather was nice.
fixated on the weather.
That's gonna be his thing. He's always gonna be like.
Although the the weather through the window was not so nice, but the weather of the beach you were standing on was quite pleasant.
Yes.
All right. Would you like to see what's happened next?
She nods and she'll go ahead and touch the mountain.
You touch the mountain, and you find yourself amidst the mountains. You see a variety of mountain peaks that aren't quite like jagged peaked tops, but more like rounded tops. It looks like there's some sort of valley that snakes between them. And atop each of these peaks, you see these massive, perfectly circular, round chunks of earth, of stone. It looks like with the wrong kind of wind, it could just be pushed off and roll down the mountainside like a ball. And there are a number of these, and they are massive, like probably 800 feet across, these giant stones. In the middle of this valley, you can see where the earth has a large crag, where it seems to be torn or split asunder. And you see a small town built around the base of the crag. You see the structures and the shapes of buildings.
Okay.
And around and beyond this immediate valley and its surrounding peaks, you see more mountains in the distance. Like it's really in the middle of a mountain range.
Okay.
Also, fun thing to note: you hear the sound of the wind,
Mm.
and you hear while in this vision. It's really just wind, but you hear it.
Right. All right. That is interesting. All right. She lets loose, and she goes. She points to herself and signs. I heard wind.
Oh, maybe it's visions, magical visions that allow you to perceive what's on the other side.
Visions.
Regardless,
Visions like dreams.
interesting.
That's how.
All right. Well,
Okay.
let's grab.
And then I'll have to try to describe it to people later.
Yeah.
The detail.
Let's grab those crystals and get out.
Yes. Looks like we cleared.
I'm still worried about those spiders that scurried away from our last battle, though.
One did get away, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Probably found dark corner.
Probably.
So now that we've walked around this thing a bunch of times, do we have pretty high confidence that we didn't miss any doors or miss any turns?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, obviously, it doesn't mean if there's something secret, we could have very well walked right past it. But from anything that we could obviously see,
From any sort of just walking through, yeah, you've walked through everything. And you came out of the backside of what seemed to have been a secret door into the bedchamber area.
Right.
That's the door that we've been using, so we don't have to worry about ceiling collapsing in on us.
Right.
It's longer around, but that works.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I grab the crystals out of these slots and take them with us.
All right, as the lights all dim and you're back in darkness.
Oh, we did that already. He pulled the holes.
Oh yeah.
We were using our portable.
We're used to the darkness now. The darkness is our friend.
Anyone with the
And I look at Noth. Next time we go out to a dungeon, we'll make sure to bring you in first so we can have a good fight.
Hmm. Yes. Maybe weak human won't die next time if Noth's there to protect. Not that
Yeah.
I protect human, but
But you can kill things faster.
yes.
That's protection enough.
Yep, Nithir nods. She signs. I guess RJ is gonna have to translate it to RJ, but Taween was strong.
Nith said that you are quite strong, Taween.
Of course, strong. Human weak one. Died from spider.
That poison was quite powerful.
I would have fought it off.
Hopefully. I wouldn't want one of my friends to meet his end.
I don't want you guys to die either. Human, I did not know. Don't care.
I know. I know.
And if it seems like we're done with your time, we start to head.
Yep.
Hey, still writing. Not like you'd be able to do anything else.
True. I am gonna do one thing before this place closes up, though. Or open it up again just to do this one thing, anyways. Can somebody help me bring some hay? Other burnable things?
For what?
I'm gonna smoke out this dungeon.
Okay. Tywin would walk out.
Do you want to see if there's another exit someplace? It sounds like.
Nope, I'm gonna kill everything in here that breathes.
I would roll I'm gonna roll a survival check. This is just to look for anything right outside the exit.
Yeah, I mean, you know there are stables where they have hay, but it's been raining, so all of the foliage immediately out here is pretty damp.
Actually, that's the best type to use to smoke damp hay and stuff like that.
Yes,
'Cause
but
it doesn't
Taween
burn
rolled
right
a
away.
7, so
Ah.
damp is bad in Taween's mind.
Um,
How are you going to light fire to something that's wet?
He's so positive that he knows this stuff. He's like, water bad. Water is bad for fire. So then he would head towards the stables where our horses are.
Well, so as is everybody else just waiting at the cemetery?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
Or I am, anyways.
Yeah, is anybody else going anywhere?
No, I'm not.
Okay. No, I'll things out
Keep
with
an
you
eye.
guys too.
Keep an eye on RJ.
Taween, as you get out of the cemetery and start to walk down the streets, you see people are looking outside their windows and like watching, looking. They see you walk and they just watch you.
He would wave like,
No one returns the wave. But you find yourself back at the tavern after a few minutes. And it's still raining. You can hear the rolling of thunder on the distance.
he goes into the stables where our horses are. Just takes some of the hay. He's like, I'll pay them later. And then just walks out. Since it seems like no one wants to interact with them. And then
As you're grabbing the hay from the stables where the carriages are parked as well, or your guys' carriage is parked, you see Sin, who's sitting kind of on the driver's seat where it's dry, it's roofed. And he just goes, "Hello, Tawin.
hello, son.
I see you guys have been getting up to something quite interesting.
What do you mean?
Hmm. Were you back in that place you were exploring?
Yes.
I've heard a bit about it from the others. Were you just there?
Yeah.
Hmm. You probably didn't see it then. It was quite amazing. Lightning came from the skies, struck all around town quite vigorously. People started sprinting to their homes. I had to calm the horses down so they didn't flee. But it was interesting. I only saw them hit the pillars.
What pillars?
You know, the black ones in town.
Okay.
They started to spark between them. And it all led back to the center one. It's quite interesting to see.
I'll let the others know.
You should. You've probably frightened the town. I don't know what you all did, but it's quite a sight.
Whatever. With that, he'll start hitting back with.
Make a perception check as you head back.
Oblivious.
To some things, yes. However, there is like one street you go down, and you can see like where the pillar is, and the next one is on the other side of a house. Like in the time since these people have lived here, they built buildings between these things occasionally,
Yeah.
and you can see where there's just the roof is slightly on fire, the like thatching is burning a bit, and there's just this blasted hole through the side of the building. The best fucking person to know and see all of this.
Yeah.
As you make it back to the entrance with your hay.
He would drop the hay off to Reginald. He'd be like, apparently, whatever we did down there made some excitement, some stuff happen up here, actually.
Oh,
Lightning hit the black pillars continuously.
well. I look at everyone's like, that might have been that hole with the lightning symbols around it.
I saw one house on fire still.
Oh, we probably shouldn't mention that then.
RJ, you look around, you see like a couple more smokestacks in the sky.
Oh,
Having that been pointed out.
did you see anybody hurt?
No, they were all inside their houses.
Okay, that's good.
I waved, they didn't like that.
Their houses were just attacked by lightning, it sounds like.
Yeah, just the one.
All right, well, I'm gonna toss these in. Oh, what?
Sin was okay.
Sten is okay with most things. Taween.
Yeah, he wasn't hurt.
Oh, hurt. Yeah, that's good.
He was just chilling at the caravan.
Sounds like sin. Give me 1 sec, and I push the hay inside, throw some of wet vegetation in there, and light it up. And hopefully that kills any of the vermin that in there right now.
Sure.
All right. So you start the smoking out of the dungeon.
Damn dungeon. All right, well, I think we're done. But I wonder if that was. Wonder what that place was.
Great.
We still have to figure out where those the point of the crystal priest is. I think. That's I'm going back to the carriage for now. I look at Fizz is like, and you have somewhere to go.
I do.
Meet us back in the carriage when it's done.
Yeah.
And I start heading back to the carriage to try to figure out what I couldn't figure out in the stupid place.
All right.
Back to camp.
I suppose. Thunderstorms scare animals. Hunting not an option.
Yeah, we can just relax for the rest of the day. I'm feeling a little tired anyways.
Okay.
Okay.
As the two of you break off and begin heading back out of town, you again get stares as you walk down the streets from windows and see a couple of more fires. You get near the outskirts of towns where like the pillars begin dwindling and ending, and you can see in years since whatever they were designed for, a tree has somewhat grown up between a couple, which is now just collapsed over the roadway, as it seems to have been blasted in half.
It's raining, they'll be fine.
And this is like a pretty big tree. Probably a good, 7 feet across. But you make it back to camp.
So whatever that was a lot of power.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll try to stay out of the rain as he's made a little encampment for himself with the fires.
Yeah.
Time we would join him under it.
Okay.
Since it's raining and there's not much else to do, he'll pull out his book and start looking through it.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check.
That's what he'll do for the next few hours or whatnot. Knowledge Arcana.
Natural 20.
Okay. There's a section of the book that you find yourself a little engrossed in. And it's talking about a land without sunlight. That there's a place where only shadows and darkness rule, and the light holds no power. And that some of the arcane aspects were learned from this place in some of the rituals contained within this book.
All right. I put that in my notes. All right, we're good.
RJ, Nithyan, you guys return back to tavern/carriage. What are you guys up to?
I started looking for his room.
Okay. You find him in the carriage, actually.
Wizard,
Yeah.
I think you might want to check the obelisk in the center of town. There were runes and magical inscriptions.
I saw the effects of the obelisks. I was studying in my room and, well, I saw it all out the window. What did you do?
I think, from what Taween explained, I think we might have started a lightning storm.
No, the storm was already going by the time that happened.
Well,
But
what happened with the obelisks?
it was strange. And he rolled a natural fucking 20, so.
Awesome.
um, the lightning hit the obelisks and sparked between them. To the center one, being on the second floor, I had a bit of vantage point over the shorter houses. And then there was probably about 2 or 3 minutes where the rain stopped hitting the roof. I stopped hearing the wind against the building. And then it all started again.
Interesting. How frequent were these episodes?
Just happened the once, I believe.
Oh,
At least
then I
the
don't
once that I noticed.
Okay. Well, there's a map room, and I take out the map that I drew with a map of this. And when we powered it up, it seems like there's some type of scrying in these gems, and I point out the 3. Allowed us to see further distances than it should.
Okay.
I think the lightning might have powered that.
I don't know. But for a few minutes, it was like the storm was there, but could not touch the town.
Oh. Well, if you want, me and you can go inside the place and research it some more.
Perhaps, yeah, we could do some experiments and trials with whatever you've found. I don't understand. I would have to see it for myself, I think. I don't.
There was a room with brass and holes that interacted with astrum crystals.
Ah, I see. Okay.
And one of them might have started lightning reactions. I know one of them turned on lights within the complex, and I think another of them allowed us to view images from other places.
Interesting. Were these crystals destroyed when used, or?
No, they're right here. I take one of them out.
I see. So they were just conduits.
I think so.
Okay. Yes, if we have time, we should investigate this.
All right. When you're free, we'll go.
I am free whenever. This is probably more important than any studying I was doing.
Talking about studying, I'd take out. Would you be able to identify potions easily?
I can, yeah.
And I give him one of the potions, and I might need help with studying these two potions. I couldn't figure them out myself.
Well, this one isn't so much something you drink. So you just coat it on a weapon, and it would bless it. Oil of blessed weapon.
Oils.
And this one, should you drink it, the necromantic energies of the undead are blocked for a time, and creatures that are sustained by such energies cannot perceive you. It is a potion of hide from undead.
Okay.
That would have been nice to have a long time ago, but
A long, long time ago.
good to have now.
Oh, thank you.
Nithrin signs to you mirror.
Oh, right. I have to. Want to help me figure out what this is?
This one
And
takes a few minutes. Go ahead.
Oh, no, and I take a swig of, considering I didn't use any extracts today, extract of Identify to help figure it out too.
Okay, go ahead and roll spellcraft as well.
Plus 10, so 24.
Between the two of you, you come to the conclusion. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. That, once a day, this can forecast the weather for you. And as you just look into it, it will show you what may come, if there is anything to come.
Tywin's favorite thing.
How's the weather? That's hilarious.
Oh, and I say to everybody, you know who would find this most useful? Drex.
Perhaps.
He is making sure our caravan stays together. And I call out for Drex if he's nearby.
He is not.
Or
He's not here at the
okay.
moment.
And besides that, there's nothing else really in there besides it seems like mundane gems and some old currency.
Well, these things you do describe, that does seem to be the thing of note. We should go and investigate. But whenever you are ready.
Yeah. I'm probably not now.
I was hoping.
I'm currently what's the word for it? Fumigating the dungeon.
Okay.
Yeah, I tossed a bunch of hay and wet plant materials to smoke out anything that's living.
A wise precaution.
Yeah, so we probably can't go in there for a day or so.
You could check it in the morning, I suppose. Tomorrow at some point.
Yeah. By the way, it seems really quiet outside in the village.
Yeah, I imagine the events that happened have everyone quite spooked.
Okay. Well, hopefully no one got hurt.
We shall see. But at least you're in town if they did.
I wonder if they trust us still. The eyes the villagers gave us came back with Matthias.
Yeah, the tavern keep here did seem a bit distant than before.
I can see why.
I'm not sure why. I feel I'm a little out of the loop, but
It's a small town, right? So people know each other.
yeah.
So even one loss is a big loss for a small village.
What do you mean loss?
Death.
Somebody's died.
Rizwan wasn't part of all that. So.
Yeah, no, he has no idea.
We brought back the body of the general store's husband that day.
That would explain the women crying the other day.
Oh, yeah. That's why I think, well, I hope they at least won't see us in too negative a light now. But the way they acted when it came out, I'm not too sure.
Well, at the very least, we can do our research we need and leave this little town behind.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna stay carriage for the next day or so.
So we're in the carriage right now, right? We're right.
Would you have brought Wizrin down to the carriage, or would you have found him in his room?
Yeah, you found him in the room. Okay, that's right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna stay in the carriage.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye out for things up here.
Yeah. I start heading back to the carriage.
Okay.
With a tall lady behind him.
Yep. Sting sees you guys approach, and he just Busy.
Somewhat.
Yes, Taween filled me in a little.
Oh, what'd he say?
Just said you were doing your whatever you're doing over there in town. I let him know what happened with the pillars and whatnot.
He told us about Taween wasn't too interested in what's down there. He was quite happy helping us fight monsters in there, though. So he was being him.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got some things he protects and clings to, though. We'll find those one day.
So long as he wants to show us.
Indeed.
Was considering that Taween is Taween, was there anything else that? And I'd explain what Taween told us to him.
I mean, I put in a bit more detail than that, but no, not really. Some lightning struck a few times. Town lit up like a crazy light a couple times. Stopped raining once or twice.
Well, all right. So it sounds like quite a light show, but nothing too serious.
Well, I've been watching that building burn over there. It's been interesting.
Oh. Dude.
Please tell we didn't watch him.
I have nothing to stop that burning.
Yeah, neither do I. I haven't heard anyone scream, so it must be fine if there's anyone home.
I'm gonna go check real quick.
Good luck.
Yeah. And I head over to the building.
Okay. So this building, it's the one you noticed, Taween, but just kind of meh, whatever it passed. It looks like it was built between two of these pillars, and whenever whatever happened, it blasted a hole right through this, like right entirely through the building. You can see where like parts of rubble lay scattered to either side of the building. Yeah, it hit it in like a corner to corner angle, not straight across. And like part of the roof is collapsed in, the shingles are somewhat burning, and you can see smoke rising from inside, where like there are holes in the roof now.
I yell out, anyone in there?
Make a perception check, because it is still raining and thunderstorming. Some wind.
God. You know my perception is crap.
And I'm with, so I'll just do a visual.
Yeah. There's definitely fire inside Nithir, and you can see it in the second floor windows, glinting against the windows. They haven't quite exploded outward yet, or broken. But you don't really hear anything. It's hard to hear though between all the other chaos going on around you, of just the weather.
I definitely don't hear anything.
So. Yeah. I meant for RJ
though. Do I have anything for this? What are the polypurpose stuff right now? Damn it, nothing. I try to open the door to see if I can find any signs of life.
All right. When you open the door, you break the pressure difference of inside and outside that happens during a fire, all of the windows above you explode outward, and you're knocked back a little bit from the door. Not like a massive explosion outward, but it's enough to like throw you off your feet.
Okay. And do I hear anything after that?
As all of the cold air gets sucked into the building.
Yep.
I mean, you see the fire begins to flare hotter within. There's not really much fire on the first floor that you can see, so it looks relatively clear, but it is pretty smoke filled.
All right, I go in and I yell again, is anyone in here?
Yep. Go ahead and do another perception as you search through. Nithian, are you following in?
Yes, I'm keeping up. So I'll do a
Okay.
visual.
Your vision is much more obscured due to your height and the smoke being higher in the ceiling and in the building. He is much shorter, so there's kind of a difference there. But like your eyes are watering and stinging as you step into the building, Nithian, and RJ, yours do to some degree as well. And you yell out if anyone's there, and you just hear this. Coming from like the staircase.
And I grab Nith and I drag her to where I hear it.
Okay.
Or I grab Nith's whatever she's wearing for pants and guide her along to where I hear the noise.
So you rush up. Oh, good.
I was like, "Are you okay? We're gonna get you out of here."
You rush up the stairwell, and you can see it's not really much of a second floor. There's no hallways or anything. It looks like it was mainly a one-story building, but they had a staircase that led up to like the underneath of the roof section. The attic. And you can see some of the ceiling beams have collapsed. You can see like where the hole is blasted in one side and out the other. And there is currently a log from the ceiling that is pinning this older gentleman to the ground, and there's like fire beginning to close in around him. He's coughing and barely able to breathe.
Okay, so I start casting Create Water. You can do it what's called, you can in an area 3 times as large, possibly creating a downpour or filling many small receptacles over the fire area. The range, of course, is up to 30 foot.
Okay.
So I'm going to start 2 gallons of water per round.
Yeah, so you just start making it rain and trying to fight back the fire in and around the immediate vicinity. RJ, what are you doing?
I am taking a mutagen to buff up my strength while also giving him a potion of cure light wounds.
Okay. You rush over and you buff yourself up. You run over, you start feeding the potion into him. Go ahead and make me a fortitude save just because of the smoke, the heat, the whole shebang.
Okay. I am good at fortitude. Well, better anyways. I'm good at fortitude.
Yeah, you hold your breath. You have your eyes like partially open. You're doing everything you can think to not let this environment negatively affect you, and you avoid the fire sufficiently. In tandem with Nithian's rain, and you get up and you pour the potion in his throat, and it seems to close some of the superficial damage he's taken. But there's still this beam atop him.
All right. It is a strength mutagen.
Yep.
So I now have 12 strength.
Okay.
So I try to lift.
And if I see him lifting, I'll assist. I'll lift as well.
Yeah, you rush up and aid him. All right. Go ahead and make your strength checks.
I don't help, but
you believe you're helping. You're like just in that moment of adrenaline of saving someone. You're just like, And then,
Nithirin reaches out over there.
yeah, she reaches out above you, like in a higher portion of the beam. You don't immediately see her, and suddenly underneath your wing, RJ starts to laugh.
Oh, RJ.
And you're able to throw it off to the side, or Nithirin is, but
Yeah.
But you think you do, so I'm good with that.
the smoke, there's a lot going on. It's hard to see.
And is he still conscious?
Yeah, he's conscious, but like, I don't know, barely.
Before he falls unconscious. Is there anyone else?
No.
Grab him and drag him out.
Yep.
You dragged him entirely out of the building?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's just coughing and recovering on the muddy street.
And we're safe now, right?
Yeah, no immediate danger.
I'll continue the water downpour to see if I do anything.
It's also raining pretty hardly. I mean, it's not likely that it really helps much.
It's only except that I can focus it in specific areas. 2 gallons and think of 2-gallon buckets that you dump on.
Right. From the exterior, it's not likely to be much of a help. But if you wanted to go inside and try and extinguish particular pockets of flame, that would be a different story.
Does it look like it was out of control?
On the edge, on the verge of that.
I'll step in and give it a shot for a little bit. If it looks like it's even getting out of control at all, then I'll get out.
Okay, so you step inside, and in tandem with the rain on the exterior, you make it rain inside and begin to fight back the fire.
Okay, yeah. If I'm winning, it'll just keep going. Just keep the water flowing.
Yeah, RJ, what do you?
We are safe, right?
Yes.
No immediate danger. Then I take my 12 and make it a 17 with my 5 in heal to make sure that this man is okay.
Okay. I mean, yeah, he's got some bruises and some scrapes, and that stuff will heal in time. It doesn't look like the beam was really did any sort of impact that severely injured him. More so, it was just pinning him against the ground, and he wasn't strong enough to escape himself.
Okay. All right. Let's get you somewhere dry.
Thank you.
And I motion over to Nith. Let's take him to the inn.
Did I win the battle in that time that he had to do whatever he was doing, the heal check?
Probably not completely, but it's unlikely to consume the entire house at this point.
Do I think that if I would keep at it, I'd be able to put it out completely?
Maybe.
I'm going to keep at it.
All right.
All right. I'll see you. And I try to help this man towards the inn.
Yeah. You help him back out towards the end. And if it takes you maybe 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
It's not so much as an immediate thing, but it would take a little bit more of that extended time to.
That's fine.
Eventually quell it.
The most water I've ever cast ever, so it was an interesting event.
And you're back at the inn with this older gentleman who, as soon as you guys come through the doors, Puru runs over and, well, what happened? What happened?
He was in that burning building over there. We were able to get there in time before the smoke caught him. I was hoping somewhere dry so we can rest up a bit.
She kind of takes him and moves him off to the side into the seat, and she just looks up and shoots, has this glare at you, RJ. It's just, I don't know what that was, but ever since you guys have arrived in town, nothing good has happened.
I don't know what to say. We didn't see anything.
All you've done is bring me injured men and dead bodies.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I can't do miracles. But sometimes I do bring back someone on the verge of death.
Yeah, well, just know our town has suffered these past few days more than it has in years.
Quick question.
Not,
Out of game character.
yeah,
Uh, the death was yesterday, right?
correct.
Would she say past few days?
I just meant in the time since you've been here.
Hmm. Just a quibble for me. Anyway, so, well, I all I wanted to do was explore the mountains. I I I knew the man who came with us wanted to protect the town, so he came with us. When he went in, he bravely fought alongside us, and when he got hit, I tried the best I could to get him the help he needed.
I'm not trying to put all of the blame on you or anything, but I'm just...
I didn't even want him to come in. Well, when he did, he was under my care. I failed. And that's on me. I But I tried. Venoms and poisons, and I couldn't do much without a proper place. And in a dungeon, even more so. But I tried to make that place safer now. There shouldn't be anything in there anymore.
That is good.
And sometimes the worst happens, no matter how hard you try.
Again,
And
I'm not
RJ
trying to put all...
just goes away
Yeah,
out the door.
alright. And back to your carriage.
And back to the carriage.
Any...
After about 10-15 minutes, Nithyan comes into the pub looking for RJ at first. She walks over to the old man. She's all covered in soot and smoke and sweat and so forth. And she goes, she doesn't know how to do this with him, so she's like looking at him going,
I don't see you. You have to describe it for me too.
Okay. She's trying to use her hands and point to something with the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just like waves her hand and shakes her head. No more.
The old man nods and thank you for saving me.
She nods, bows deeply to him, pats him on the shoulder, which is very unlike her. Very soft. And she's very, very gorgeous. Remember that. even though she doesn't not much of a personality on certain levels,
Mm-hmm.
but still stunning nonetheless. And then just bows again, then walks out. It's like that weird pat, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Like there. That pat.
Is anybody else doing anything for the remainder of the day? It's still like fairly early in the day.
That fight felt like it took the whole day.
You spent a little bit of time down there, but it was maybe half an hour in total, if even.
I'm looking for Drex to help me figure out what these gemstones are.
Okay. So you and Drix kind of both sit on either sides of one of those beds, and you have that little end table between you, and you lay them out, and he goes, these are quite pretty. I've traded with some stuff like this before. Yeah, and then he proceeds to aid you in the identification of the rest of the gemstones, and that is where we'll leave it for this session.
Damn it. No diamonds?
No diamonds.
No diamonds. And just for fun, just one more thing I want to leave at the end of the session. You're in the caravan, right? Inside it?
Yes.
Do you happen to look at your shelf with all your bottles and stuff?
Sure.
Guess what's sitting on one of the shelves?
The dagger, or the dart head.
Yep. In its bag, sitting there.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I'm gonna paint it and put it onto your rope.
Yeah. Don't think she'll fall for it.
She'll fall for it.
She knows her weapons very, very, very well.
Well, I'll talk with Miguel, and I'll have him roll a secret stealth or sleight of hand, and then one day I'll just be like, make perception when you go to use it.
Well, remember, one of she's big on mending, so she goes over all her gear and her clothes to make sure that they're absolutely immaculate and spotless and perfect.
So there's
her.
There's the opportunity every morning to find when and if it's happened.
Right. Exactly.
It's gonna be hilarious and grand.
And you have to get it off of her.
Yeah. Well, you're trancing every 4 You can grab it and then go to bed.
Okay. She is a trance is not. If she had hearing, she'd still be able to hear, right? No, in her trance.
Yeah, at a negative, but yeah.
Of her surroundings, so she's never really like in a sleep-like trance.
No, but you are deaf.
That is true. But just remember how a rope that wraps around a monk. I got a picture of it if you want to see how she wraps.
No, I remember how. Don't worry. I'll boost up my speak. I'll become tiny and then speak up to you.
That's fine. I'm just trying to make sure you understand the challenge you're looking to take on.
Challenge accepted, friend.
Yep.
Oh, right. I have now healed 0 because I did damage today. Damn it.
On your chart?
On my chart.
This
is going to take forever to do.
Yeah, that fight could have been a bit nastier today.
Oh yeah. What's the fort say for him?
Oh, a negative level.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh. Tim, A negative level. We're only level 2.
Yep,
Yeah.
I know.
That's fine. I saved it.
It didn't do
Yeah.
damage, and it had a low fort save though.
Yep.
That's a horrible thing to add on a level 2 character.
I know, right?
I did not see that come.
But that's by the nature. We got cursed weapons, and we got
Mm-hmm.
nasty whatever else daggers these other things are, and yeah, we got
We
some nasty stuff. I mean, it's just like nasty to us stuff.
Yeah. God. Are you trying to kill us, Navarre?
No.
Likely story.
But I am trying to portray the danger of things old and ancient, and
It is a dangerous world.
the things that are not in the farmhouse kind of stuff.
This is
Yeah.
This is designed to be a tough campaign, I think.
Oh yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah.
And the way we built our characters probably doesn't help.
Hey, my character is built well to be a support.
And the leader, and the tank, and the
Ugh.
healer, and
Too many roles.
I love it though.
You want to take a break next week? So, because we need to do James's little talk with the general keeper too, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, we
Well,
could do that in a catch-up thing if you guys still want to have a session next week. Or Mark, do you know what's going on with Valentine's Day? Are you busy?
no, I'm good on the 14th because Danny works. I'm good on the 21st. On the 28th, I might be in Seattle, Washington. So
The
I'm
28th. Okay.
flying back. I think I'm flying back that evening, so I probably won't get back till pretty late.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down to play next week and the week after. I'm just thinking that because we got through that dungeon a lot faster than I thought. There's the whole Fizz story now just hanging there.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, up to you guys. If you guys, collectively want to take the next week off, and then we'll play the 21st, and then vote again on the 28th. However, majority wants to, or however you guys want to do it as a group. I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah, if I'm out and everybody else here, I have absolutely no issue if you guys continue. It doesn't bother me at all.
I don't know. I think I need you to keep me safe, friend. Pretty sure I would have died in that house without you. Trying to move that pillar away from him.
Yeah, but you felt like you've moved it, so I mean, your confidence level should be very high.
Oh no, RJ's confidence level is amazing, but no, my confidence level about surviving without.
Yeah. So, do we level?
Oh right, we are pretty close to leveling.
Let me go calculate that real quick. How much do you still need, out of curiosity?
907.
1,000.
987.
Probably.
It's good to know so we can level for our next session, just in case.
Yeah, I'm opening up stuff real quick. I have. There's that. That.
toughest things were probably those tiny rats that practically killed everybody.
Goddamn rats. It got Noth so well.
Being taken out by rats. Yeah, and poor Noth. Taken right out of the fight by a tiny little rat.
1,085 XP each
That'd do it.
as you completed the dungeon.
So that's 5,098.
5,098.
Alright.
I don't know this for a fact off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure the next XP level is like 9K or something.
I think so.
That's not too bad.
Advancement. Character advancement. Advancing your character goes 9, exactly.
Hey, my bombs do 2d6 damage now.
I'll do all that leveling. All this level's not that hard.
It's a feat level.
Yeah, I'm actually getting 2 feats, bonus feat, and my second, and my feat,
Nice. Do I
and class ability. So
I actually don't know I get this one. D20.
And you, for the most part, solved the puzzle of the control room.
I hate when you say for the most part. That means I'm missing something and I hate it.
Well, it's not so much that you're missing anything, it's just I don't think you necessarily have it fully understood.
a day of experimenting.
Yeah, it will.
Blow a few more houses up. I don't know.
I get blood sanctuary. I don't know what that does.
No, it sounds awesome, though.
It sounds good. Blood Rager.